Hi everyone, so in this video we will be looking at another method on how to factorize quadratics. I would have done this video before, but something happened and my video didn't upload or was removed. Something happened, so I'm just redoing it, right? For those who may have saw it and it was removed after whatever happened. So in order to do this method, we have to use a formula. This formula here, what I have on the side here, well, in particular, really, this formula where x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I know it's a very complicated looking formula, but it's not something you have to learn off. This formula is provided at the beginning of, in the formula sheet, which is at the beginning of any CXC math paper, meaning the paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, right? So now I'm going to show you how to use this formula to factorize. So now, first things first, just like before, you have to write down what your value of a, b, and c is. So now we want to factorize x squared plus 7x plus 10. My value of a is the number before x squared. There's no physical number before the x squared, but we know that 1 is understood, so that's 1. B is the value before the x, which is 7, and c is the number by itself, the constant, which is 10. All we're going to do now, I'm going to rewrite the formula, minus b, x is equal to minus b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And I'm just going to substitute my values for a, b, and c into the formula. So it's minus b, what we started with, so I'm going to put minus 7. So wherever I see b, I put 7. Put back plus or minus the square root of, so b squared will be 7, 4ac. Now remember that 4ac really means 4 times a times c, right? So that's 4 times the value of a, which is 1, times c. C is 10. And that is 2 times a, so that's 2 times 1. And let's now, we're just going to simplify, right? So I'm going to simplify what's under the square root. So put back in minus or minus. So for this, under the square root, 7 squared is 49, minus 4 by 1 by 10, that's 40, all over 2 times 1 is just 2. So let's simplify again. 7 plus or minus the square root of 40 is 9, all over 2. So I'm just coming across here now. So x is equal to minus 7 plus or minus is 3, all over 2. Now, we're going to get two values of x. So either x is equal to minus 7, put back the positive, plus 3, all over 2. Oh, sorry, there. Okay, just trying to get this fixed here. Right, sorry about that. So that'll be minus 7 plus 3, all over 2. Or we will have minus 7 minus 3 over 2. So either x could be equal to that or that. So then we got the two values for x. So we get minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4 over is minus 2. Or x would be equal to minus 7 minus 3, which is minus 10 over 2, which is minus 5. So now we have two values for x. Minus 2 and minus 5. So now we're going to put them together now to get our factorized form. So for the factorized form, you put your two brackets. Right, in the first bracket, it'll be x, and you're going to put, well, you're using the first value, which is minus 2, but we have to change the sign. So minus 2 become plus 2, and the second bracket, we have to use the minus 5, or change the sign to be x plus 5. So this is my final answer. When I factorize x squared plus 7x plus 10, I will get x plus 2 in brackets by x plus 5 in brackets. So let's look at another one. First things first, we're going to factorize 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. Write down what a is. A is the value before the x squared, which is the 2. B is the number before the x, which is 7. And c is the number by itself, which is 6. Using our formula, minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So just the same formula from here, I'm just rewriting. So b is b is 7, so we're going to get minus 7 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 7 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 6, all over 2a, which is 2 times 2. So you're going to get x is equal to minus 7 plus or minus the square root of 7 squared is 49 minus 4 by 2 by 6 will give me, so 4 by 2 is 8 by 6 is 48. So you get 49 minus 48 or 2 by 2 which is 4. So let's come up here now. So now we have x is equal to minus 7 plus or minus 49 take away 48, so we're going to get square root of 1 all over 4. And that is equal to minus 7 plus or minus the square root of 1. You can check it on the calculator, double check it if you need to. Square root of 1 is 1 all over 4. So therefore I'm going to get x is equal to minus 7 plus 1 over 4. Or I'm going to get x is equal to minus 7 minus 1 over 4. And now let's just simplify. Minus 7 plus 1 is minus 6 over 4. I could divide the top and the bottom by 2, so I'll get minus 3 over 2. And then, I could have x is equal to minus 7 minus 1 is minus 8 over 4, which is minus 2. So these are my two x values. Now let me, similar to when we did it just now, how to get our factorized form. So you put your two brackets, right? My first bracket will be x. Remember, you have to change the sign of this minus 3 over 2. It becomes plus 3 over 2. And the next bracket, x, the minus 2 will become plus 2. Now, one thing I want to note or point out. You see we have 3 over 2 fraction. We don't ever leave it as that. We want to get rid of that fraction. What we do is we take the denominator, which is 2, and we put it in front of the x. So you would actually get 2x plus 3 by x plus 2. Again, you just take the denominator and you put it in front of the x, like what I did there. So you get 2x plus 3 in the first brackets by x plus 2. Alright, and the last question for this video. So we want to factorize 3x squared plus 10x minus 8. Let's put our values for a, b, and c. A is 3, b is 10, and c is the number by itself, which is minus 8. So let's substitute. I already rewrote the formula. So x is equal to minus b, so that will be what? Minus 10 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 10 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is minus 8, all over 2 times a. So x is equal to minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared is 100. Now, let's be careful here. I have a minus times a minus. That gives me a plus. And then 4 by 3 is 12. 12 by 8 is 96. And that's all over 6. So I'm going to get x is equal to minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 196 all over 6. Again, you could check anything on the calculator, any multiplication and those kind of things, square roots and whatever, right? Coming across here now. So I'm going to get x is equal to minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 14 all over 6. So I'm going to get my two values now. X is minus 10 plus 14 over 6, or x is minus 10 minus 14 over 6. So my first value for x would be minus 10 plus 14 would be 4 over 6. Divide top and bottom by 2, I get 2 over 3. That's my first answer for x. Or x is equal to minus 10 minus 14, which is minus 24 over 6. And minus 24 over 6, and you will get minus. This is my next answer. So now, again, we're going to do the last part, the factorized form. So again, put your two brackets, x. Right, first one. So the first answer for x was 2 over 3, positive 2 over 3. So this will be negative 2 over 3. And the next one is, the answer was negative 4, that'll be plus 4. Remember, I said we don't leave this as a fraction. Take the denominator, which is the 3, and to the x. So I get 3x minus 2, x plus 4. And that's it, right? So look at all the videos of factorization. Choose whichever method you are comfortable with.